We're going to get started pretty soon, folks, so please make sure that your cell phones are on silent. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sharon Tice. I'm your practitioner of the day, and this is our pre-service meditation. So, let us sit softly, closing our eyes or keeping a soft gaze. Scan your body for any areas of tension and relax those areas. Place your feet softly on the floor and feel the energy of Mother Earth coming up through the ground, up through the floor, up through your feet, and up through your body, and then releasing the energy through your crown chakra into the space around you. Connect with the calm place within you. Feel fully grounded. Calm your mind and focus your heart. Aloha is the Hawaiian word for love, affection, peace, compassion, mercy. And in today's meditation, we will meditate upon these words. Every day is a blessing. Let go of all worries and be grateful for the positives in your life. There is no greater wealth than peace of mind. Step into this day with peace, love, affection, mercy, and compassion. Worry kills peace. Peace kills worry. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. If something or someone cost you your peace, walk away in peace. whatever you focus on has energy. So focus on love. Focus on compassion. Focus on peace. Surround yourself with peaceful, loving energy. As you begin to open your eyes and return to the room, remember for the remainder of this day and into this next week, focus on love, affection, peace, compassion, and mercy. Namaste.
you are witnessing the first ever talking music stand. However, that is not the case. It's me. I'm back here. Hi, Lori. I'm back here, and the reason we have so many music stands up here is for the first time today we have the Prescott Ukulele Guild Hawaiian Quartet, which is amazing. And frankly, the minute they let me join the band, I'm out of here. You'll never see me again. A couple things real quick. The beloved Celia, and if you know, you know. Celia is an amazing artist who was a regular here until she moved somewhere into the Pacific Northwest. She's a troubadour. She travels all over the country, so it's hard to pin her down anyway, but I finally pinned her down to come next, what is it, next weekend? Whoa, next weekend. She is going to be the soloist next Sunday, and she's also doing a concert the night before on Saturday. And if you know Celia, raise your hand if you know Celia. And correct me if I'm wrong, she's very good. She is very good. And if you don't know her, check her out on YouTube, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, she is very good. And we do have some tickets available for that. I have them. Clay helped make them. They're so cute and little, they just fit right in your pocket. So see me after service if you want that. Oh, it's Clay again, everybody. Clay with extra info. There's a link on the website, apparently, that you can click if you're tech savvy. My VCR still blinks 12, so I don't know. Oh, look, it's Bob, everybody. Bob, is there anything you want, and he's going to be signing the service if you don't know. Bob, is there anything you would like to sign to the people? I decided I was going to hit you with classics today. This one is called This Little Light of Mine. It's about being a light. That'd be like if Ray Charles played it. Yeah. Oh. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Wait a minute. How do you say this is a sing-along? How do you sign that? Will you sign this is a sing-along? Ooh. Hey, everybody. We're going to sing along. Ready? And a 1, 2. Wait a minute. That was the problem. I'm singing the wrong words. Must be the elevation change. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. I'm gonna let it shine. One more time. Let it shine. And scene. Oh.
Clay. Oh. Oh my ika mai luna mai e. Una mea huna no e au. Ona mele e. E ho mai. E ho mai. E ho mai. E ho mai ika mai luna mai e. Ona mea huna no e au. Ona mele e. E ho mai. E ho mai. E ho mai, ika mai luna mai e. Ona mea huna no e au, ona mele e. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai e. Aloha. Say aloha kakao, aloha to everyone. Let me just find these. I want to welcome you here this morning. We are so excited to have you here. And those of you who are right here with us, and those of you who are in our streaming audience, wherever you may be watching us this morning. We had a lot going on this morning, so I'm just grateful that it's all settling in right now. My pulse finally came back down. I'm breathing a little bit. I was able to chant, so we're good. We are the Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, and we are a community that is, in my opinion, a center of love and positivity and enthusiasm and the desire to learn ways that we can better use Spirit as Spirit wants us to use it. To remember that we are divine beings. We just happen to be wearing this skin suit, this body suit. But we are divine, made of the same stuff that created us. So we like to gather, we like to share, we like to have opportunities to grow through talks, through classes, through wonderful things like drumming circles. You're going to hear a little bit about a couple of special events in a moment. But I just welcome every one of you that came this morning, that you gave yourself this gift. And you are a gift to us as you're here. As are you, everyone in our global viewing audience. So we love that we can be a center in Prescott of love and of positivity and of caring and of support. Because when you have a spiritual center, it's wonderful to have them support you when things are going well. But it really, when it counts, is when things are tough and rough. So always know that we're here for you, we love you, we support you, we lift you up in every way that we can. And we certainly welcome you all here this morning. By the way, we got a wonderful sunny morning again, and here we are in autumn. It is getting crisper. Those nights are getting colder, but these days are still quite beautiful. I'm going to share, I'm going to share a big something right up front. I did hear Jackson go ahead and introduce our ukulele group. And what I want to do is welcome them. The group is called Paniolo, and they are a subgroup of the Prescott Ukulele Guild, and they specialize in playing Hawaiian-style music. So I found them was a happy girl. I was very happy. And they've been so generous to their time with us here today, their time and their talents, and to share in this aloha this morning. I just want to say also that they've been playing together and entertaining at Luau for the last year and a half. And mark your calendars if you're interested. They are scheduled to perform at the Festival of the Trees at Sam Hill Warehouse on November 21st at 11 a.m. to 12. And they'll also be at Akronite at the Chamber of Commerce building on Goodwin and Montezuma on December 22nd. So all the Christmas lights are going to be up down there. And they'll be there from 7:30 to 8:30 that evening. So I'm sure if you've got questions, they wouldn't mind if you snagged them for a moment right after the service. So thank you again so much. Could we give Paniolo a hand for being with us? Mahalo nui loa, and thank you so much. Next, I'm going to run a few announcements by you, so get ready. You either have an excellent memory or you'll be grabbing a pencil and a little scrap of paper. How's that? So first, I'd like to mention we have so many things. Reverend Tracy sent me a list of so many things that are coming up in November and December, and all kinds of exciting things being prepared in the new year. But this is just the tail end of October, so we're going to stick with just those few right now. So initially, I want to tell you that we have a month filled with wonderful things this month of November that's coming up. Beginning with next weekend, the 1st of November, Saturday at 7 in the evening, Celia in concert. She will be back with us. She's an amazing entertainer, and she will provide us with a magical evening of music and spirit. Tickets for that will be $20 at the, online, I guess, $20 in advance.
And I do have some with me.
Oh, Jackson just happens to have some right here, so you could get lucky and go home with one. And they will be $25 at the door, so it's a good deal to get while you're here. So secondly, the very next day, on that Sunday, we will have an amazing guest presenter, Dr. Kay Fontana. She's also a religious science practitioner. And she's going to be doing Sacred Resonance, Awakening Through Sound. That will be her message. And as if that wasn't going to be enough, she's going to be staying and after the service, presenting, offering a sound experience that will involve, boy, I've had bowls and a couple of other things, but it's really a sound healing meditation for a transformational, vibrational journey, and it's with crystal bowls, Himalayan bowls, gong, chimes, ocean drum, and native flute. So if any of you have done any sound work before, you know what magic it is. So that, again, she'll be here speaking on Sunday, and she will be here after the service for that wonderful experience. So come and join us and think about immersing yourself in that amazing vibratory essence and how much that can heal and comfort your sweet soul. Now I've got Nancy who's going to come up for a couple of quick announcements for you. Nancy.
Good morning. Okay, so we have, trying to stay like kind of in the moment. We've got 2 meetings that I'm hoping people will be interested in this week. On Wednesday evening at 4 o'clock here at the center, anyone who would be interested in volunteering and serving on our hospitality committee, we would greatly appreciate having you come, and we're going to kind of talk together and come up with a plan to kind of put our hospitality committee back on track. Nice. So that we can continue to have coffee and all the wonderful stuff that we eat out there. The other one is a brand new committee, and it's not really a committee, it's going to be a team, and it's called the New Member and Visitor Integration Team. And for more information on that, we're going to be meeting on Thursday, October 30th, again at 4 o'clock here. And what that informational meeting will be about is the direction that we're taking so that our newcomers and our folks that want to become members of the church have a path, have a way to do that. And we will be looking for individuals who will be willing to kind of give a little synopsis on a Sunday morning for a newcomer that might be coming in. We already welcome them so greatly with our greeters, but oftentimes there's additional questions about who we are, what we're about, what it means to be a member here. And those love ambassadors, and that's what we're calling them, those love ambassadors will be able to do that one-on-one kind of thing with a newcomer that wants more information. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Sounds like good things are happening, opportunities for people to get involved and get to know people faster and enjoy our visitors. I have one final announcement to make on a more serious note, and that is our dear Verl York is now in hospice care. And if you would kindly maybe take a moment today or through the week and send some love and prayers. We know that for her and her family. We know that her family and Verl will appreciate those and feel them deeply. So thank you for that support. And I know that Reverend Tracy is in communication with them and coordinating a pastoral visit to go over and check on them and support them as well. Thank you. It is time for this wonderful practitioner to bring in our invocation. Sharon Tice. I'm so used to having everyone introduce themselves. Thank you.
Mhm. Good morning. Let us pray. For what I know is on this beautiful aloha morning at this wonderful service with so many wonderful people here, that Spirit is here with us, among us, all around us and through us. And this service will go beautifully because Spirit is in charge. And when Spirit's in charge, all is well. I know that our music will bring joy. I know that everyone here will be enmeshed in that love of that one Spirit. I know this to be so true, and so I release this word unto the law of that one Spirit, knowing that as I do, it is so, and so it is. Gotta find the candle lighting.
It's not candlelighting yet. We're going to sing this one like we're a bunch of lit candles, okay? God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am, God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am.
Today, our reading is from the Science of Mind magazine for August 2025. These are excerpts from an article called From Principle to Practice: Love, Sacred Activism, and Science of Mind by Reverend Dr. Soni Cantrell-Smith. Often, love is spoken of as a lofty ideal, a destination, a feeling, a state that we hope to obtain. But love, in its most powerful form, is not static. It's alive in all of our actions, choices, and daily practices. Love is not only something we feel, it is something we do. In the teachings of Science of Mind, love is a universal truth, a divine impulse expressing through and as us. As Ernest Holmes affirms, love points the way, and love and law make the way possible. Love becomes sacred not simply through intention, but through embodiment. We realize love not in abstraction, but in how we speak, how we listen, how we engage in meditation with ourselves and in dialogue with others. Love calls us to be present, accountable, and aligned with Spirit. Let us take a few moments to reflect on these words. And now if the candle lighters could come up. The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, guided by the Science of Mind, acknowledges the diverse faiths and spiritual traditions that enrich our world. Each belief system offers a distinct understanding of the mysteries of existence and a unique connection with the divine. Lighting these candles symbolizes our collective reverence for the diverse paths that humans take in search of meaning and purpose. In this shared moment, we affirm and celebrate the multiplicity of the human experience. And so we light a candle for Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. For Islam and its teaching and belief in the one and only God, creator of the heaven and the earth. For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God. For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering. For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. For the traditions of the indigenous people everywhere and their close and sacred connections to the earth, sky, and waters. For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace. For the goddess traditions, celebrating the power and wisdom of the feminine energies, including nature and nurture. And for the Science of Mind, a philosophy of life that teaches us that there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. And so let us now say our affirmation. I am here for God. My purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything I do. The good I seek for myself is what I desire for all people everywhere.
How's that? Do you feel like you're in Maui yet? Maui's where I lived for 10 years, so Maui is no ka'oi. It's my heart home. So I just love that little ode to Lahaina Luna and Maui. I realized, and I did initial welcome, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Reverend Helen Downey, and I was a pastor of a little church in Maui years ago, and then I was called to go back to the mainland, and since I've been back, I was in Oregon first, and then New Mexico, and I landed here in Prescott about 3 years ago, and found this wonderful community. And so it's really been my pleasure to be getting a little bit more involved in supporting this beautiful work as it moves forward in new and wonderful ways. And I said, oh, sure, I'll do the platform, I'll do this, I'll do that. And then I went, oh, yeah, that was a lot. How tongue-tied will I be? So bear with me. I'm going to try to keep my order nice and straight. So let me put the candle lighting here. I sort of have dubbed this Aloha Sunday, understandably, right? And I see some of you got the memo and wore some colorful things and a couple of Hawaiian shirts out there. And a few of you managed to get leis on the way in, so that's wonderful. And I wanted you to get the spirit of the islands, because nothing I like more than talking about the spirit of Aloha and all that entails. So, who's been to the islands of Hawaii? Oh, so you've never heard the word aloha before, right? So what do we think of when we hear aloha? What do we think of in terms of its meaning and uses? I love you. Hello. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As you can tell, there's not just one meaning. Oh, did I hear something else? Goodbye, yes, it does. It means goodbye as well. And part of what I really enjoyed when I got to Maui, I really wanted to immerse myself in the local culture, and was able to get involved with local kupuna, which are elders, and they were just so open and welcoming, and it was so delightful, and just wanted to educate myself about the true meanings of the spirit of aloha and a little bit of the history. And I knew immediately, I found out it was far beyond hello, goodbye, and I love you. And there's nothing wrong with those. It is a greeting. It's a greeting, and it's a parting word. And of course, it also means love. And I'm here to tell you so many more meanings. And among them are affection, gratitude, kindness, empathy, mercy, and many, many, many more. I also learned when I was there that once you put aloha with one other word, it just explodes exponentially with the vastness of the meanings that it can have. When I say aloha, we're talking about a little aloha making a big difference. What actually is aloha? We've talked about these simple, traits that we associate with aloha. And there are many admirable human traits as well, every one of them. Yet beyond that, aloha has a really deeper spiritual and cultural meaning to the people of the Hawaiian Islands. The root word of aloha, words, now there's little variations on this that shift a little over time, but still the essence remains the same, that it is a joining of the word alo, which means face or presence, and ha, which means breath, the breath of life, the life force. You could say the divine life force. It is thought of in that allness, that awareness that we're all one, and there is this divine breath. After all, that's what comes when we come into this world, and that's what leaves on our way out of the physical body. In greeting with aloha, you're really recognizing the life force. You're calling in a divine presence. And I guess I'm just going to have to keep these on, sorry. And the other person as well as yourself. And it demonstrates, all the aspects of aloha demonstrate a connectedness, a union, a unity, a commonality in, we're all one. And there seems to be a deep recognition and honoring of that. In fact, an ancient physical greeting of aloha, I have a volunteer coming up, is called tuhoni. Are you familiar with honi? I see some yeses. Okay. I have a volunteer. Yes, why don't you come up here for me, hon? We'll scoot over. So, in ancient times, and you still see this after the Hawaiian Renaissance, everything started coming back magnificently. The music, the lore, the ole, which are the chants, and the mele, the songs, and hula, deeper hula, even more and more of the kahiko hula, which is old style, ancient hula. But tuhoni is a greeting, which, so is hello, so is aloha. But honi is coming together respectfully, touching foreheads, and then putting the noses together or just to the side of each other, and breathing in each other's essence. Thank you. Calming, just doing that. But what that purpose is, it's really honoring the divinity in that other person. But it's not forgetting you. It's honoring yours as well as theirs, because you're all one. And you come together in this sacred moment of exchanging life, breathing in each other's molecules. They say we're breathing in molecules of Einstein, of the great painters, of the Rembrandts, of Jesus, of any being that ever walked the planet. Those molecules, all those cells, they're still wafting around. So we have so many people going on inside it, so many magnificent things going on. So I just love see it. And when it first started to really come back, I was still living in Maui, and it was so beautiful to see at the beach. I spent a lot of time at the beach because I did a lot of weddings that were by sunset, by the shore. And to see two big local boys meet, and take each other's shoulders and have this precious moment, it was like, oh, that's really beautiful. So, we know about Honi now. You're really showing deep respect for that life force, that divine life force, by that sharing of breath. And you're making yourself vulnerable, you're expressing trust, and you are, I'm not going to say expecting, you are receiving their trust as well. So now let's look at the acronym for Aloha that is actually enshrined in the Hawaii State Constitution. That's how important the spirit of Aloha is in that state. And that's what the little handout was that you got. So A is for akahai, and that means kindness, to be expressed with tenderness. B is lokahi, and that's unity, to be expressed with harmony. I want you for a minute, while I read these, listen to the feelings you get with these words. Olu olu is agreeable, to be expressed with pleasantness. Ha'a ha'a is humility, to be expressed with modesty. And finally, aho nui, patience, to be expressed with perseverance. Just reading, hearing, maybe feeling those words, do you get a sense of sort of reverence and peace and a connection with all things? To me, there are many, many meanings of aloha. But if you want to just make it simple and you want to get it down to one word, it's love. I sometimes call a similar talk, aloha is a 4-letter word, because that is underneath every single trait that's involved. It's love, it's respect, it's caring, it's compassion, it's knowing that you're connected to every single person, not just in your family. In the islands, they call family ohana. And ohana doesn't just mean blood. Ohana is everybody. If you're there, and you're older, like me, way older, and you're there, you're an auntie. You're everybody's auntie. That's just how it is. You never know who's really related, because everyone's cuz, auntie, uncle, and it was a wonderful culture to step into. So, a couple more things about the Hawaii Constitution. Because they described aloha as traits of character that describe charm, warmth, and the sincerity of the Hawaiian people. I found that to be my experience. Everyone has different stories, especially tourists. I mean, you're in different places, you're doing different things. My whole time there, even when I first went over just to fill in at this little church before I moved there, shortly thereafter, was about, it called to me, I guess. I wanted to get immersed in the culture. I wanted my talks to address things that were going on in the community, as well as global interest. So I just thought that maybe looking at these words, we're having a time right now around us that it's not all nice, and it doesn't always feel good, and it can challenge us about how we're going to feel and what we're going to think and what we're going to do, or if we're going to do anything. And it can be kind of kapakai, they say, kind of all mixed up, And so can you imagine just these 5 words, just letting them sink in and thinking, what would a little bit of aloha through these different traits add to my life right now? How could it help me relax? How could it help me be more peaceful? How could it help me share more peace and love and compassion and appreciation with others? So I just want to immerse in that sense of the aloha spirit for a while. And finally, for my comment, what I wanted to share was, it says in the Constitution that aloha was the working philosophy of Native Hawaiians. It means mutual regard and affection, warmth in caring with no obligation in return. So it really is a gift. So anytime, I say aloha on the phone, I haven't let go of the word because it's things from my heart. And it's always not just hello. It always is embodying these traits of extra concern and respect and appreciation and caring. And I have to tell you, it lifts my heart. How can you not be happy when someone's telling you aloha? Maybe it doesn't work in Arizona, but it works for me in Arizona. So I would like to, I was just going to note that I've seen such wisdom in all of this, and the relevance seems important, like I said, right now, if we bring a little bit of that aloha into our lives, it could make a lot of difference in our center and our balance of our being. And that pretty much handles the way we're doing our days and doing our activities and our actions and our communications. They actually mentioned at one point about this warmth and caring and the mutual regard, that they extended this warmth and caring to one another because they felt it was important to the collective existence. I wonder if any of us have that in our state constitutions anywhere. I don't remember ever reading anything about that in the states that I've lived in before. But there seems to be such attention to the people and to the people that come visit the people, to the people that are there. They're extremely hospitable. And I'm just checking Clay for time. So he's going to, okay. So my thought was, I did say in the little lead-in that was in the newsletter that I would touch base with on Ho'oponopono. Now, just like aloha, Ho'oponopono, very big subject, lots of depth, lots of layers of depth to it. But I thought I could just do a few little simple cliff notes, just that might pique your curiosity, and then you could easily go online or go to the library or dive into a little bit more if you'd like to bring it into your life. Sometimes when we see our relationships and things around us, other relationships, whether it's families or associates, and sometimes there are divisions or estrangements, and sometimes they're just something that, they did me wrong. Or we catch ourselves and say, ooh, I really didn't need to say that. A process that can kind of be helpful with that to help ease that destruction is doing some work with Ho'oponopono. Now, basically, Ho'oponopono is about forgiveness and reconciliation. It brings about pono. Pono means it makes things right. You want things right in your life, meaning balance and centered. So Ho'oponopono is a process to do that. And I'm going to skip around history a little bit here. Basically, in ancient times, when there was fussing going on in the community and the family, or any of the wahana, the whole community, one of the elders would gather everyone involved together in a circle. They would sit, and he would moderate, and one by one, each person would share their grievance or their rebuttal or their further questioning or their reasoning, whatever. Everyone had a turn to express, even if they weren't the two people with the immediate grievance, they had an opportunity to express their thoughts on the matter. And after they had time, discussions where they dealt with grievance and confession and repentance, and at that point, possibly restitution, whatever that looked like, whatever form that was. Then it was considered complete. It was all POW, P-A-U. That just meant done. It's over. They never reflected back on that. We should have, we could have. He got the best of me. Oh, she did the wrong thing. It was just done because they recognized the importance, one, that any problem in family or in community affects everyone in the family or community. It's never isolated. I don't know how often we think about that, but that's paramount. And also, they recognize the value of saying, it's all done. We're now back to the present, and we're moving forward harmoniously. And that takes care of their sense of rightness, their sense of safety, their sense of community. I thought it was a great example of realizing that those conflicts can impact the whole community. And then when we work together, we come up with solutions, don't we? Sometimes the problems look overwhelming, but we come up with solutions. So, modern day Ho'oponopono. This is what you'd probably be wanting to check on. It's a little simpler than all that involvement. A woman named Morna Simeona, who was a Hawaiian healer back in 1976, sort of streamlined the practice into a self-help healing kind of technique that was more simplified. And one of her students, Dr. E. Haleakala Hugh Len, say that 3 times, claimed in the 1980s to have healed an entire, you may have heard this is what the word started getting out, to have claimed an entire ward of dangerously mental ill patients, often violent, these patients. at a Hawaii State hospital and doing so without ever meeting them. Have a number of you heard about that? Or heard or seen anything about Ho'oponopono? Think about that. 200 people, sure, they started leaving and being released, 2 this time, 3 that time, until that facility eventually closed as a high-risk facility. And to think, doing this without ever meeting them. He said he took the cases home. He then reviewed the patient files, and he did Ho'oponopono on himself, taking 100% responsibility for the problems. That sounds like a real kicker, doesn't it? But actually think about it. He was treating, what was going on out there, that's the dream we all live in. He was treating his own consciousness. He was treating a knowing that he could only see perfection, he could only see peace and well-being and a pono state for these individuals. I can't quote him, but this is what I surmised from my reading about his. And he actually treated that consciousness. And in a way, I consider that like treatment that we do, spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, our practitioners. It's about knowing the truth of you. You're not focusing on the problem or the challenge or the situation that your client has. You're holding the higher vision of them, that bright light, that divine brilliance that is absolute perfection and is in pono and is in right and perfect order. So again, we're working on ourselves when we're doing treatment, even though it's about you or it's about the person sitting with us. Okay, just to share these to wrap up Ho'oponopono modern style. The 4 phrases that he began repeating, he came up with using these, he even condensed this a little bit from Morna Simeone. He started using, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Anyone know the last one? I love you, see, you know. Can you say them with me? I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And when you say those over and over, I'm telling you, magic happens. Magic happens. And you're not really, well, you'll get into that. This is just your teaser if you want to dive into it. You're not saying, I forgive me for this. You're not saying to the person even really. You are, but the deeper meaning is you're saying this to yourself. Forgive me for myself falling out of center, out of alignment, to where I am seeing or experiencing this, which isn't in alignment. So just a little encouragement that if you ever want a simple healing tool, you don't even have to read the book to do that, but if you read segments or look it up online, you'll read the backstory more specifically. He also worked with, it became very popular when, what's his name? He was in The Secret. Joe Vitale, who was in The Secret, the film years ago, metaphysical, kind of woke a lot of people up. He discovered Dr. Hugh Lin's stories, and he approached him, and they co-wrote a book called Zero Limits. And so there's lots of deeper layers written about each of those statements. And it's really, I don't want to say adventure. It's an interesting thing to delve into and then see how you can apply it in your own life. Just like a little aloha can make a big difference, a little ho'oponopono can make a big difference too. The idea of that changing by these 4 statements, I got to thinking, that sounds a little bit familiar, because what do we do when we treat, or what do we say in this spiritual philosophy? Change your thinking, change your life. Who's experienced that in their life? Double hands, okay. And if you want to experience that, you can. So change your thinking, change your life. And everyone, including you and me, we all can find strength and comfort in that. And at first you test it. You test treatment, you test changing your idea about something. And then when it works, you go, oh. And in the beginning I said, oh, coincidence. 3 is my magic number. I got to like the 3rd one and said, okay, there's really something going on here. And that was like 40 years ago. So Our founder, Ernest Holmes, and the author of The Science of Mind, said by consciously choosing faith and confidence, we can create new positive patterns in our subconscious. And to overcome worry, I mentioned earlier about the words and the philosophies of the Hawaiians. You don't hear anything about worry in there. You don't hear fear entrenched in there. So to overcome worry, one must consciously choose faith. And Holmes says that faith is the only complete answer to worry, and that faith in something greater than we are. And I can honestly say that I have found that in my own experience, because I tell people, you know, whatever what's going on, I used to be a worrier. I used to be a black belt worrier for decades. And after I got into this philosophy and learned more and more and really did the work and worked with it, I found that I let go of that black belt in worrying. And I still have, you know, shift happens still. Things still come up. But there's such a calmer essence. I don't ride the crazy train, and I don't freak out and fall down into the deep pits of despair and fear. So I think Ho'oponopono, and I think aloha, a little bit of aloha, can also make a big difference in if we are worrying about something, and that is closing in on us in our life. So finally, I just want to say the final attributes of aloha. It's love. That's the most efficient definition I can think of, and you can't hold love and fear at the same time. So if we decide we're going to make a commitment to immerse ourselves in love, in aloha, in that energy of compassion and goodness and kindness and divinity, and seeing that divinity in others, I think we are firmly rooted, and we're not going to have to worry about any more of that fear, or even it affects us on the anger level, and especially on the worry level. So in love, we trust the universe. In love and in aloha, we don't worry. And that gives us much more time and energy to be happy. So I want to say to you now, mahalo, mahalo nui loa, that means thank you very much for your time and your attention. And I hope you've been soaking up the aloha spirit that's in here. And we are going to move right on to the next thing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Mahalo.
All right, well, I guess we all are the next thing. And we're going to, I don't know if some of you saw our fellow earthling here hanging out. We have a fellow earthling hanging out. It's a little lizard who's like feeling some of the vibes in here, and he's changing his thinking and changing his life as we speak. I have no doubt. Oh, boy. Bob, you want to boss these people around again, or what are we doing here? That's the next thing. Bob's going to boss you around. This song is kind of aloha spirit. Sing this with me. Let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let
let the grace wash over us. We let it be.
And now it's that time where we invite you, if you feel so moved, to share in your abundance and bless this center and everything that comes in to our center blesses a multitude of people and moves even beyond our center. So we love that we are ready and willing and knowing that whatever it may be, whether it's a love offering, whether it's your love, whether it's your prayers, whether it's your attendance, your support, we welcome and appreciate and celebrate it and say mahalo to you for that. So if you will, if you take your gift and just repeat this with me: divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, life. Thank you. Welcome, I guess. Let's bless these offerings. We give such thanks for the generosity, for the wishes, the thoughts, the love that are in this room and that have come into these offering bags right now. And those that we know we get online and through the mail, we bless in receiving every single one, and we bless the giver. And we also know, teaching a law of circulation, that what we put out in any way has a life of its own, and it of that and comes back to us multiplied. So we know that these gifts multiply, that they bless many, they do much good, and they help us continue to do that which we do here. So I give thanks for these, and I release the perfection of the activity of right action for these funds right now into divine mind. And it returns to us multiplied, blessed, and in great harmony. And so it is. Oh, so you take that. Okay, thank you.
Oh, hey, everybody. Why don't we take this minute to see if there's anyone here for the first time, Helen? Would you like
Thank
to do
you.
that?
It helps to have a little coaxing, I'm telling you. Such a delicate, fine, nice coaxing. It's very nice.
I'm thinking maybe,
Hey.
because maybe someone's here for the first time.
That's what I'm thinking.
And
Maybe
we
they
want to
haven't
say
been
aloha
here.
to them
That's right. So
because we're grateful.
we are very grateful, and I'm very grateful for you. So if anyone is visiting us today for the first time, or perhaps you've been away for quite a while, and it's been a good time since you've been back here, we're super happy to have you. And if you're comfortable, we'd love for you to stand up and just tell us your name and maybe where you came from. Hi there. Aloha.
I'm Bob Coots, and this is Carolyn Randall.
Uh-huh.
She's my partner.
Lovely.
We live here.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome. We're so glad to have you here. And don't be shy. Oh, there's.
Yeah.
Years past, and there's always a calling, and as soon as I walk in, love times that I see and appreciate, and the message, of course, is just so inspired and in alignment, and always greets me where I am and listens further. So
Thank you. Welcome. So, thank you. There you are. Aloha.
Hi.
Yay! Hannah.
want to thank our dear friend Rhonda for inviting us here.
I'm so glad she did.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you and welcome.
Whoa.
Aloha.
I'm
Oh.
Pat,
Hi, Pat.
and Rhonda invited me also.
Excellent.
We're singing partners.
Great. So we'll have to get you up here sometime. Thank you very much. So you're local. Thank you for coming. Thanks, Rhonda, for your wonderful invitations of your friends. Yes.
Hi, I'm Christopher Young. This is my beautiful wife, and we're here from Prescott,
Oh,
originally from Tucson, but yeah, we came to find the spiritual connection.
well, we're so glad you joined us this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, I'm so glad to welcome all of you. Anyone else? Well, then I want to just say again, thank you so much, and let you know that please join us for some treats, some refreshments after the service. And also in our bookstore area, we have shelves of magnificent, gently used books. And we'd like to invite you to peruse those and pick any book that you would like to take as your welcome and gratitude gift for coming and joining us this morning. Okay? Thank you. Next.
Oh. Oh, hey, everybody. So we're going to seal this service with our benediction. And And for those of you who are regulars, this is an unusual closing today because I am lucky enough to have the Prescott ukulele quartet come up here and join us in the last song. And we are, for the first time in a long time, we're not doing the peace song, but we are going to say the benediction. So if you feel comfortable, grab a hand of the person next to you. We're going to say this benediction together, and then we're going to sing our way out today with Bob Marley's song, Three Little Birds. Something wonderful is happening through me right
now. It is happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, life.
Give that a little more volume, Clay. A little more volume. Here we go. Don't worry about a thing up to the T, 'cause every little thing back to the T, all right. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is all right. I rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. Three little birds beside my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melody pure and true. This is my message to you. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is all right. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is all right. I rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. Three little birds beside my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melody pure and true. Well, this is my message to you. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is be alright. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is alright. I said I don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is alright. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is When does the tour start? Right? What's that song that you were doing?